What if I told you that there's a hidden $300,000 cost buried in your mortgage and no one is talking about it? But there's a simple two-step process that you can follow to eliminate this cost. I just did this a couple weeks ago, and it's going to save me over $300,000 across the life of my mortgage. I'm Terrell Higgins, and in a world filled with information, what you're really looking for is transformation. And in today's video, I'm going to show you how to transform your largest monthly expense, your mortgage, into an equity building machine that's going to supercharge your net worth. And if you bought a home in the last couple years, your interest rate is probably in financial hell. It's 6, 7, maybe even pushing 8%. But what your mortgage broker didn't tell you is that in today's market, it's actually possible to get less than 5%. And I'm going to show you how. Here's something that will blow your mind. Some mortgage providers are like that friend that shows up early to parties. They lowered their mortgage rates before Fed rate cuts actually happen. And with cooling inflation data and poor jobs data, the Fed is primed to cut rates in September. Now, Fed rates don't directly influence mortgage rates. They have to trickle down through the bond market first. But smart mortgage companies don't wait for all of that to happen. They want to get ahead of the wave of refinancing. So they'll have incentive programs to give you early access to the best rates. And United Wholesale Mortgage, one of the largest mortgage providers in the entire world, is offering one of those incentive programs. It's VIP access to the best possible rates. Let me show you the mortgage math that most people never see. It's called an amortization schedule, and understanding it could save you hundreds of thousands of dollars. Most people, they buy their home on a 30-year fixed rate mortgage, thinking that they understand the deal. But what they don't highlight in that closing process is that for the first 20 years of that mortgage, you're going to be paying more toward interest than you are actually building equity in the home. Picture this. You have a $300,000 loan at 7%. So your monthly payment is $1,996. Sounds reasonable, right? Wrong. Of that $1,996, only $245 of that is going towards principal on the house. The other $1,750, that is pure profit for the bank. It's going to take a full 20 years before you actually start paying more principal than interest. Here's the part that surprises most people. Because of the way that amortization schedule works, your $300,000 loan at 7% is actually going to cost you $718,000. It's like if you bought a car for $30,000 and then you look at the financing and realize it's going to cost you $72,000. All the math is there in the paperwork. It's just not highlighted in bold letters. Here is where we flip the script. Switch to a 15-year mortgage. Yes, your monthly payments will go up, but all the additional money that you're paying is going straight to owning your home instead of padding the bank's profits. So if we take that $300,000 loan and we switch it to a 15-year mortgage, the total cost of the loan is $485,000. That's a savings of $233,000 by changing one number on your loan application. But wait, it gets better. Banks actually offer lower mortgage rates on 15-year mortgages. And usually they're almost a full percentage point lower than the 30-year rate. And in today's market, it's possible to get that $300,000 loan at 5%. And if you're at 5%, your monthly payment is $2,372. That's only $376 higher than what you were paying on your 30-year mortgage. But the total cost of the loan is $427,000. That's a savings of $291,000. My mortgage guy Mo was able to get me down to 4.375%. Shout out to Mo. But even if you only get 5%, you are still winning big. Here's the final move that will push your savings to over $300,000. Switch to biweekly payments. So instead of making one full payment per month, you make half mortgage payments every 2 weeks. And this isn't just convenient because it lines up with your paycheck. It's mathematically beautiful. You end up making 26 half payments per year, which ends up equaling 13 full payments instead of 12. You're essentially sneaking in one additional full payment per year without even feeling it. And this small change is going to save you an additional $16,000 in interest, and it's going to pay off the home in 13 years instead of 15 years. And your total savings from this plan is going to be $308,000. And let's talk about what that $308,000 actually means for your finances. That is a fully funded retirement account. That's your kids' college tuition fully paid for. That's a rental property generating passive income. That is financial freedom a full 17 years earlier than you planned. But here is the real wealth hack. And instead of paying on a mortgage for 30 years, you're mortgage free in 13. So what was going to be your mortgage payment, you can actually invest it for the next 17 years. So that $2,372 mortgage payment invested for 17 years at 7% turns into $1.2 million. So this strategy isn't just going to save you $308,000. It could potentially create $1.5 million of wealth for you and your family. Right now, we are in a perfect storm for this strategy. High current mortgage rates are making refinancing look attractive. Mortgage companies are competing with incentive programs. The 15-year mortgage rate is still historically reasonable, and you're probably planning on refinancing anyway when mortgage rates drop. So while people are sitting around waiting for mortgage rates to magically get back down to 3%, you could be saving hundreds of thousands of dollars right now. So here's what you need to do. Call your current mortgage lender and find out about their 15-year refinancing options. What are the rates, and are they offering any sort of incentive programs? Then shop around to other lenders and find out their rates and their incentive programs. Then you have to run the numbers to see which ones are going to save you the most money. I actually used AI to compare multiple mortgage disclosures when I was doing this for myself. Then lock it in and actually refinance your property and set up those bi-weekly payments. Most lenders will actually do this for you. You just have to submit some paperwork. This isn't about some complicated loophole or risky investment strategy. It's about using the mortgage system the smart way instead of letting it use you. Mortgage brokers won't proactively suggest this because 30-year mortgages are the industry standard and what most people request. And if you sit down with a financial advisor, they're more focused on investment returns than debt optimization strategies. But the math doesn't lie. A 15-year mortgage with bi-weekly payments can save you over $300,000 and give you financial freedom a full 17 years earlier. The opportunity is right here, and the only real question is, are you going to take it, or are you going to keep making banks rich for the next 30 years? Your future self is depending on the decision you make today. And if you found today's video helpful, like and subscribe to the channel, because I'm going to be transforming your finances every single week. Keep getting 1% better every day, and I'll catch you in the next video.